There was a debate between Donald Trump and ABC News. The results are in, and Donald Trump wins again. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'll explain what I mean.
On ABC about Kamala, 100% of the time was positive. 93% of the time when they covered you, it was negative.
This is on a phone call with Donald Trump, laying the groundwork that ABC has 100% positive coverage of Kamala Harris and 93% negative of Donald Trump. That's the lay of the land. That's where we start here in Exile.
So it was infuriating to watch them fact check you and not her when she brought up IVF, when she brought up Project 2025 several times, and when she brought up Charlottesville. Here are some of the lies that she said about you. Listen.
Okay, before we go through all of her lies, I just want to know, do you guys agree? Because I think the take home of that debate is that all of America only saw how the rules are stacked up against Trump. It didn't even matter how well Trump did in the debate against Kamala Harris.
A detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing. Couples who pray and dream of having a family are being denied IVF treatments. If Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
And the bloodbath, you were talking about the economy. It's a term that's used a lot when people are talking about a bad economy. What's your reaction to why didn't the moderators correct her?
Because they're dishonest, and because I think ABC took a big hit last night.
Okay, so those are actual factual lies that Kamala Harris said. She said 10 of them. So ABC had every opportunity to correct her as much as they corrected Trump. They had no interest in it because their goal, and by the way, I don't want to make excuses for Trump not doing well in that debate. I don't think he did his best, but it doesn't matter because the purpose of that debate was not to see if Trump does well and if Kamala does well. The whole reason why ABC and Kamala agreed to do it was to publicly, because they think you're stupid, tilt the whole scales against Trump, to correct him the whole night, passive aggressively, like a total legalist Karen, and then give Kamala Harris a pass on her truly ignorant. This is obvious to everyone.
Bloodbath was referring to the economy. Everybody loved the term because as soon as they heard the word, it's sort of a vicious word. But referring to the economy, they have created an economy. Bloodbath was the word that I used, and it was fine in that context. And they were trying to make it sound like there was a riot or something, and it was a bloodbath.
That's the agenda of ABC News, is to make Trump sound violent, while the actual bloodbath that happened under Kamala Harris and Biden, the things that they encouraged with BLM and all that, they call that mostly peaceful. We saw the press roll out their coverage of BLM. There's a fire in the background. They go mostly peaceful demonstrations. That's how all of this election works. Guys, did the American people believe it, or did they see it? You don't have to have me tell you that ABC was biased. Did enough people, if you watched it, will you not see ABC correct Trump 6 times and correct Kamala 0?
What he said, I mean, it was incredible. I think he corrected me 6 times, and each time I was right. I believe each time I was right. Didn't correct her at all.
I was correcting her all night. So I think the take home of the debate, and we're going to get into a little more of the debate, is I think the people are smarter than ABC thinks. Like, ABC sits there with a blank face and thinks like, we will correct him 6 times. We will not correct her at all. And no one will notice anything. They'll just agree with us. That is, they think you're a dumb robot.
And she was saying these things. She was using like Charlottesville. She was using Charlottesville, and everybody, you take a look at Laura Ingraham. She did it incredibly. She had it totally debunked. She said that, in fact, it makes it angry. She gets angry when people hear about Charlottesville, when they use that.
It doesn't make me angry only because I think it works out in Trump's favor. I think people's eyes open to the media, to the brainwashing. Trump can sit there and yell during that debate. He represents those of us who are angry at being lied to, that is more angry at being lied to than that Trump used the word bloodbath or said he'd be dictator for a day. I don't care. That doesn't make me mad. What makes me mad is 100% brainwashing, 100% sending us to jail. If we speak out against the Kamala administration, they're going to throw you in jail. That makes me angry. That scares me. Their actual acting like a dictator scares me more than what they say about Trump acting like a dictator. They're terrifying, guys. They're coming for you. They're coming to take away your kids. They're going to lie to you. And with this big fake grin, they will throw you in prison for your own good. I'm Doug in Exile. Are you still on board the Trump train?